despite some of them trying their hardest, they can't quite catch a break, especially when trying to inflate and shape balloons. It's a skill that so many lack. But with the festival thing just around the corner, is everyone ready? Is everyone going to enjoy their time? Is all the efforts that everyone's put in collectively going to pay off? Oh, and let's not forget, is anyone going to have the courage to do or say anything? No. No. But let's watch it. You know, I've really waited for more episodes of Kaguya. And after seeing everything that we have so far, and things actually seeming as though they could move forward, time limits and personal conviction, I'm both kind of hopeful for what may come up, and also incredibly hesitant because, well, everything we've seen so far. Also, just how much, if any, characters are going to get involved and change. Or if we get anyone new. I think no one can really disagree when you say that the visuals, especially in the opening of Kaguya, can be incredibly flashy. The entire kind of kaleidoscope of colours and shit going on. See, this is a tune that even I may be able to play. Takoyaki's fine. Why? What's the problem with it? I see. Doesn't want to be associated with her big brother. The problem is, what does... No, don't let him choose. Just to vet what he decides is cool. To be fair, her fears are probably well-founded. The thing is, I knew people that were dressed like that. Though the times were definitely different, like, a decade ago. Is she willing it to be out of his hair? Yeah. What's wrong with English apart from being a completely baffling language? I mean, does she not know what he has as casual outfits? Ah. I mean, that would explain a lot. Also, don't go looking at any of the clothes that I have. Probably not much better. Yeah, he's a scout, he's got to be ready for anything, and more than being aesthetically pleased. He was so happy a second ago. Then what's the point of it? You're changing the... Ah. Okay, I've actually seen people, yeah, wear it like that. Is he going... I was about to say, is he going to help in this regard? Poor father, after a hard day, he comes home and this is what he comes... What were those? Leopard print trousers. I like them. I think right now, even playing that card of life was so tough isn't enough to really do justice to his fashion sense. Was that a hidden compartment? It's fake. Ah, it's the same model. Not an actual... Okay. Why does it seem as though he's... Oh, okay. In some sort of, like, sweatshop earning his watch. But why is it hidden away in a drawer? You've just destroyed them both. Probably best not to sell that. I mean, she should know her family. Why does this surprise her that they've got such... Okay. To be fair, it's probably best for everyone if he has someone else to go shopping with him. Classically understated. That is exactly how me and my brothers would interact with each other. And after they praise him that much... the image he gives off is not who he actually is. He's such a demanding mother. Oh no. Okay. Fairly simple, yeah? No, I wonder why she would pick up a heart-shaped necklace. Ah, there's a story attached. But through the power of a necklace, they all were saved. Excuse me. Sorry they murdered all the children in the village. Congratulations, your school is built on the site of human sacrifice. It definitely brings a certain extra level to all of their dealings and their tagline and whatnot. I suppose, yeah, marketing is above all the main thing that really matters in the end. Well, that caught her attention. Well then. I think you may have garnered her attention. What's she going to do with it? Really, you got to put things aside. Pride and humility. Strive for things that you actually want. I see. You could have done better. One of these dots seems irregular. They're, what's with the many mannequins? Such effort, such... How is he supposed to see the hearts without breaking the crust? The problem with confectionery, edible gifts. And the show's over. Oh. The theatre has fell into quite a state of disrepair. Quite a lot to go through, and he didn't look the greatest just then walking past. He's been working himself ragged. Doing everything he can to make sure everyone else can have the time of their lives. As long as no one comes in right now and ruins the mood. Ah, damn, we cut to night. I'm sure a handkerchief like that does actually exist somewhere, but yeah, I'm not searching for it. It might just be to Hasaka, but she's admitting it out loud. This is out of her wheelhouse. She's not ready to give you advice into this. Nauseating. Must feel so relieving. To finally get it out of there. The biggest news of the year. She doesn't have a lot going on, does she? You've come such a long way from them just cultivating their feelings within themselves to admitting it. Out loud, nonetheless. We actually at the festival now. Skipping ahead a few days, no more time to prepare. No matter how it goes. Yes, of course, let's defeat the entire premise of the show. Oh no! I've been getting these things just when they get announced themselves far too often recently. Oh no. Excuse me. She's going into that downward spiral far too fast. But it is... We work out the worst possibility in our minds and run with that. Some people are doing the best that they can. Why exactly was she hiding away from just hearing Ishigami and whatnot talking? Well, it's a small school, people in charge of things like that. I feel like we just heard something. Took a few seconds to really get to work out there. It just... They seem such a good couple. I see. Getting the spirit of the season. Sometimes kind of the casual, maybe not the greatest response. Why not? She's thinking of her future. I mean, she has a ruthless efficiency with her line of thinking. I mean, mathematical probabilities is essential when it comes to matters of the heart. So is he immediately relieved now? Because I saw him look away when they were talking and getting close earlier. We're getting a Shawshank Redemption moment. You might want to wash off first, though, Shigemi. Don't look down on him when you were thinking the same thing. Poor Ishigami. Calculated. The time they have together is limited. He's such a straightforward reasoning there. Actually giving a bit of a go-ahead. Hopefully it works out, at least for one of them. Ishigami would be a character quite deserving. He's a good boy at heart. She's done a complete 180 from the mockery she was handing out a second ago. Right now? There's no way out now. Plus, it's if he can do it, it lays the foundation for her. That's probably why. The thing is now, you have to take that courage that he has, use it as a basis for you to make a move as yourself before it goes wrong. I see. Just getting everything really in place. Although keep any sort of balloons away from him. You should know this by now. Good thing they all they need to be done is blown up. They don't need to be don't need to be manhandled. Even he should be fine with that. He has a resolution. Is he prepared for the eventuality? That was a fanciful moustache. Everything is so colourful. The effort and dreams of everyone. そして You can't leave off on that. And what? Excuse me. When you've got a timeline in place, people making their resolutions, now it's just a matter of keeping to it. Are they going to falter in the face of the enemy? Keep up with what they've been telling themselves. I feel like the president is further along because he's got that conviction. There's no falters like we're still fighting over who says it first. Kaguya's waving or wavering. I wonder how big of a part to play that little heart-shaped necklace thing, accessory, keychain, that's the word, is going to play. She was clutching it quite tight. But Ishigami being a sort of trial run, if his confession and everything works out well, if he manages to succeed where But if Ishigami manages to succeed, then there's hope for everyone. But I do like getting that bit of the inner workings of his mind. He was trying to work out where he stood, where she was, having that breakthrough. The one he was so wary of, not so much of a problem. And seeing all of them act this way, it's just adorable. Having affections and whatnot to this level where you're so unsure of yourself, back and forth constantly, matters of the heart flutter around. It's a nice feeling. Despite the uncertainty of it all, I hope you all experience something similar. Maybe not spending several years testing it out to no avail so far. Someone at least has to put their foot down. Not everything has to be a battlefield, despite being the premise of the show. And after high school, people do drift apart. People go their own separate ways, got to live out their lives. I don't really keep in touch with anyone that I went to school with. I know how some of them are doing, though. Let's be honest, me sat here watching anime. Can we really say I came out on top? But love confessions aside, fashion sense aside, going forward, everyone is going to be tested. And not only is it their personal courage to the test, timing. You've got to make sure no one else barges in and says something dumb. But also, with Ishigami pulling himself together, having the courage given to him by Kaguya to press forward, it would be kind of difficult for her to try it and then get good news if he fails. We'll have to see what goes on. But it would be so delightful if after everything, all of the back and forth, all of the fighting, all of the games being played, if our unsure little bundle of nerves and pessimism is the one to really win. But I'll be looking forward to Ishigami's victory. Hopefully you will too, so let me know just what it kind of meant to you. Leave a like and a comment on the video. Maybe even subscribe. Join to my Discord if you want to have a bit of conversation. Can't say there's anything too helpful, no advice. I'm not sure anyone would want to come to me for any matters of the heart anyway, but get yourselves a bit of rest. See you in the next one. If you want to be the bit of courage that gives my channel the want to actually go a bit further, consider joining onto my Patreon, because somehow we've already made it so many years, and it's not really surprising to say that it is generally because of every one of you. So, to Electricant, Noku, Raywin, Kite, Sal, Arthea, Shiwan, Matt, Skirly, Cardboard, Croyville, Gintman, William Welch, Dark Shadow 7899, Mega 42, Finesse Kid, and everyone else. I hope we don't have a limited time, but let's make the best of it anyway.